first come up with a name for the wallet, I guess, a Chromecast wallet, and a bounty effort. Agents created a visual, and that kind of cameo link is a element to inspire people. Now we just kind of got to get some approvals, I guess, from you uh, to allow that to go ahead forward. Um, and then on the other aspect, then we explored some of the MST and MIT use cases on ETP, and we've been testing the chain. And also from my end, I guess I did have some information to share regarding substrate updates and what can be done, because there is full UTXO models available for it at the moment also. So we can actually, let's say, not copy, but copy, for lack of better words, all the features that ETP has now on a substrate platform. I found them just the other day, and I didn't know that we could do U2XO transactions on substrate. So it gives us an option of where we might want to go with the decisions that we need to make on how we continue to develop ETP. Last time we talked about what features it has, what features we wanted to keep or remove. And I guess most importantly, Eric, the usability of MST and MITs. Is there any consideration on the DNA platform where we may be able to swap MSTs and MITs?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the news from Shanghai is they have a WebAssembly virtual machine finished, completed on DNA chain. So now they are testing it. I might send you guys a testing link so you guys can test their WebAssembly virtual machine on DNA.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
yeah. So that being said, so MST on DNA I think it's a must, but how do we actually implement that? I have no, I don't have I need you guys to tell me how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and the you talk about pick a name for the wallet, and yeah, we should go ahead for the community voting. Yeah, let's go ahead. And also, if it's possible, I think that wallet needs to be cross-checked later on. I mean, on the roadmap, ETP, DNA, and hopefully ETH and BTC again.
Okay. Um, well, I think last time we left off was trying to have a good conversation and hear some thoughts from Chen Hao as to what he's have for an idea for the roadmap of how we're going to continue to develop. We've been tabling a few things of what to add onto ETP chain and how to use substrate, and I think we kind of have to have that conversation.
Yeah, and I think Chen has now become a Japanese. So konnichiwa.
I'm not sure Chen Hao is ready for that one, but we were looking for a few answers or at least some suggestions from Chen Hao last time.
All right. So actually, we can just implement the virtual machine on ETP chain by ETP chain itself. We have to use the substrate chain, and here we have these two choices. The three chains architecture for ETP and DNA on top of substrate, and I take some time to look out the find out what can we do for the UTXO.
Is anybody else getting his delay, guys? I'm not hearing him.
Sorry, my voice is delayed. or
I think for me it's okay. Jorge,
Oh,
you
for
are
me it's
delayed,
also
so
okay.
Works for me.
Yeah.
It's okay too.
oh, okay, all right. I think maybe for the three chains architecture is not so good for next stage. I mean, we have to face the upgrading of substrate framework and the EDP chain maintenance. So yeah, actually there's not so much open source project like using substrate to operate Bitcoin-like transactions. So it's a little bit hard to implement it. And if we want to research or implement by ourselves, I think maybe need lots of time. I think Moses. Hello, guys.
Yeah, we're here. We're listening.
Yeah.
So, what's your proposal?
Yeah, for a better solution, maybe we move to the substrate totally, maybe. But it's the other topic, I think.
Move to substrate totally. Oh wow. Okay, that's radical.
Yeah.
you would put ETP on substrate only, and then a second chain with DNA, or it will be just those two chains, right?
Yeah. That means we have ETP on substrate and the MST and MIT and the data identity on the substrate framework, and we have to change a little bit from substrate right now.
Well, I guess you only need to convince Sven and Lauren for this.
Yeah.
The rest of the people are, I guess, all on board. Although it's very radical.
I'm fine with it.
Well, how about before convincing, guys, I'll put up, or Razvan will put up the UTXO model on a substrate chain. It's kind of interesting how they wrote the UTX model on the substrate chain, and I think it's worth exploring a little bit before we make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If that's fair. I experimented with it yesterday, and I kind of learned quite a bit on how they process UTXOs through substrate. But it's interesting to explore. I didn't know how they were doing it, but it gives us some additional features if we choose to have a UTXO based ledger. But it does give you options to use the standard accounts ledger or a UTXO based ledger also.
Yeah, maybe, but my focus is I think we should focus on the MST and MIT tokens the standards on substrate framework. So we don't care about the UTXO based or the account balance based, and maybe we should have better data identity, I think, and then we will have the token swap, atomic swap on substrate soon. And we need parachains. So how can we develop our parachains? That means we need to find out more partners. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, but still, I kind of agree with that. I think I did a lot of research myself. He is smoking. Yes. We need to put some censorship on this video. Anyway, yeah, I'm saying that I did quite a bit study on substrate and EOS and things. Yeah, but if we do this kind of a radical change, we need to have rationale behind, meaning lots of documentation, and the research that I have done, I need to write it down, and the research that you guys did, you guys probably need to put down to words so we can better explain to the community.
Yes, I was going to mention that as a deadline, we have the 20th of November to come up and upload all the substrate infrastructure, including documentation. So that's going to be ready by that by the 20th of November. Right now, we're working on the wallet, and we're going to upload first the wallet on the Metaverse GitHub, and then the other components.
I remember somehow you said last time that you want to rewrite the white paper. So you must have some idea written down already. So we need to make it public. So tell everyone the reason behind the shift, right? I can help, and everyone here can help. But yeah, we need someone to start writing them down.
I wrote what I would call a light paper, Eric, maybe 2 or 3 pages that we can share. Turn that into something a little bit more mature than what I put together.
Cool. We don't have to have a huge document. I think people much prefer to read a little bit every week, just a little bit every week, just save people from reading a long story. Right.
I'll send over what I have and take a look.
Yeah, that would be great. So then in the end, we can aggregate everything into what we call a white paper, right?
Well, actually, my work was focused on the 3-chains architecture using substrate to combine ETP and DNA. So I want to write the white paper use this solution, but I changed my mind for we moved to substrate platform totally. So that means I have to change the white paper totally. I mean, so maybe we need to focus on the data identity and smart token and identifiable tokens, the stories.
Okay.
Maybe we can start from the smart token and the identifiable token, the applications or the use cases.
Well, in that case, then that Beetlejuice testnet become very important, and you guys already have 9 million tokens. I need to start mining.
We'll give you the link to the mining pool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we should start testing those things, and well, this is a lot of things to take in. Okay, you're the host.
So actually, I have one question. Is there any token standard on the substrate?
That's a good question. I think there is a token standard for. They've managed to use I'll have to send a link. I don't remember them all, but I did a little bit of work with Dex Exchange written on OX protocol, and they have smart contract tools that I was just researching last week on specifically 9 different types of digital tokens. I don't remember them all, but I can certainly bring up a link or put this information together in an email, guys. So if we're going to take some direction, Jen, how to continue a little bit more work on the substrate platform that we have up at the moment, I guess the next go forward plan would be to implement some kind of non-fungible token or some kind of token system into the chain, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
something kind of built-in smart contract that I mean the token standard it's like infrastructure. It's built-in infrastructure. I don't I mean people or developers no need to write their own token standard. We provide the token standard. You can drive or you can write the API call to operate the token standard.
Okay. Guys, are we down to any questions or?
Can I steer away the topic?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'd like to ask Michael, how's the social media things going on? Because last time we said everyone want to take a piece of take one channel. So I don't know if Andrew has Reddit access already, and who's taking care of Telegram and everything. I didn't see much updates on the Twitter board. Maybe it's me. Michael?
Yeah, so I know that Laurent and Sven, they're both doing Telegram, if I'm correct. And so after this meeting, I'll give Ollie like a message, and then we'll add each other on Facebook so I can give him access to that. And for Adrian, yes, I would give him the access to Reddit, or he doesn't really need the access. He could just post using his own account. And I think in terms of social, like community, like information going out to community, I'm thinking that the first thing is to get the Metaverse wallet, that bounty out by this week. And the other one is to, I'm planning to have like a monthly report for the month of October. So I'll be summing up some of the things that we've talked about in this meeting or like the previous meetings we had in October. And I'll let you guys take a look at it, and maybe it'll be like a Google Doc so you guys can put your inputs as well. And we can, send out a monthly report for this month for the community. Those are my thoughts.
But I thought Andrea wants to have the official account, the access to the official account. So not only post as himself, also post as the.
I discussed it with Michael when we met last week, when we first met actually, and Michael was introduced to me by Ange. And I said, okay, let's see how it's going to go if I'm going to post as a poster first. And then if needed, I can get access to the official account. So that was the approach which we thought is good. I can post directly. That will mean that we need to establish some sort of coordination on what we are posting, like what type the message. If it's just that copy and pasting the monthly report, then that's obviously very easy to do. The reason I wanted to post separately is because I like to post sometime. Of course, I'm gonna run it by you first, but I like to, sometimes I see what's happening in the blockchain world on this, and then just write a few lines, kind of what's happening like in the news, and then tie that up with the metaverse in some sort of way, so people, they're getting attracted and stay more on the platform. We used to have a news platform where I used to write a lot of articles. So I can send you some links to see what type of articles I'm talking about. They're related to the crypto world. So that's why I said let me post first as under my own pseudonym, and then if it's getting traction, then I can start posting directly as Metaverse on Reddit. So yeah, it was a decision we made just for the beginning to see how it goes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I have no more questions. Back to you, hoster.
Actually, I have a question related to the same topic. We were, so if the idea is that we're gonna do a monthly report to the community, that is fine. But how about if we want to do like just regular postings on Facebook on this? Are we going to work on that, or is Michael department going to look into developing these smaller posts?
I mean, I think from what my thoughts are, like from your end,
Yeah.
maybe a weekly. It doesn't have to be like a long article. Like the monthly report can be more words, more content, like like a nice article, right? But then for the weekly updates, it would be kind of maybe like just point form and on like what are the things that we're working on, and maybe some updates that we can share, through Telegram or on Twitter, with the community. That's kind of what I'm thinking on the technical side.
Yes, it's. I think it's once we post this this bounty, it's kind of like the first step. But we also need to explain like that, Metaverse is looking at all these things which are now on the in the cryptocurrency world, like decentralized financing and creating this this new infrastructure like the wallet. It's a step in the right direction for Metaverse to adjust and to be a player in this market. So I think it needs to be a little bit more, I don't know, explanation for the community, and that way we can prepare them if eventual, as you call, radical steps will be taken there for a reason, right?
I think that can be really talked about in the monthly report.
Yeah. Okay.
Like all these big.
Yeah.
Big
yeah. Okay. That was all.
But did anybody want to take over Twitter? Because I know, I think the three main channels are kind of Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Telegram. I think for Twitter, did anybody want to kind of look into that?
Yeah, I can do Twitter too. I'm experienced with Twitter. So.
Okay, perfect. Then I can share the account with you.
And I think there are important things like providing content. We need to be sensitive about content creating, right? So things like, for example, look this. The two addresses that I mentioned before, that all of a sudden within a week we have a third largest address that logged into Finance, and another one logged into SwapWall. This is the news, right? We need to show it on our monthly report, and also look this the statistics, right? So see the number of address, 52,000. I'll bet you most top 200 projects, they don't have 52,000 addresses. This is something really, really important, right? And look, the transaction, there's a number of transactions over the time. We didn't show any decline. We're pretty good. We're kind of leading most of the projects. So these things need to be need to tell our community about it. And I guess not many people realize the block time become 20 seconds instead of 21 seconds. That means a lot of mining power shift over towards our way. Am I right? I'm just show you a few statistics. I mean, if we want to do a monthly report, these kinds of things that we need to tell people about it. I think those are the content creations.
Yes, I agree. I agree a lot. I think those things can also be kind of shortened into like small tweets as well, just to have some statistics.
Yeah, like we used to have 21 second block time. Now it's like 20 point something. What happened there? It must be like we have more hashing power. I don't know. I'm just speculating, right? And also look the number of addresses. You can do a comparison to some top 100 projects. They may not have 52,000 unique addresses, but we do. And the number of active transactions, right? So our blocks are not empty blocks as people say. We have transactions.
Right. Yes, that we should include that as well. I'll note that down. We can include that.
I think for the block time, it is just random. I think the block time is just a statistical. It depends on how many transactions or how many blocks you look at to calculate the average number. So I think it can just go up tomorrow. It's just a statistical issue. But yeah, for the number of addresses and the number of transactions, of course, yeah, this would definitely be something like a valuable information for the report.
Yeah, that's that. Okay. I have nothing to report, and I'm just really want to push in the social media. That's it for me.
Well, I think on the technical side, guys, we may be done for the day on that side of things. We'll continue to test with a little bit of mining and the MST and MIT functionalities in the other blockchain. And I'll try to get implemented for the next meeting next week, Eric, something that you guys can see that has some kind of ability to issue a token on the substrate chain we've been working with, so we can take a look what that's like.
Yeah, sounds great.
Are we done, guys? Anybody else?
Yeah, no more questions for today.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.